Fair use, fair use. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone on whom I learn from daily. Healthy shalom to the 144,000 mighty men out there, the would-be judges. Also, to you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled bird, to each and every one of you elect shalom. Brother Gabar Dama coming back at you. I just watched this Florida-facing local governments to give money to Israel, all right, with this dude Ryan. I don't know what his last name is, but this is the Jimmy Dore show, which, pops up on my feed from time to time. He's, does one of these podcasts or whatnot, and he's, always critical of Israel and the things that they're doing amongst a whole lot of other people. Surely the least of the flock is drawing them out, but that's not what this is going into. This is going to the financial situation that's going on here in Babylon. And the scriptures go into it. In Deuteronomy 28th chapter, it talks about, him lending to us and us not him and all that. But this is all under the bands of, their fake position in the world and their and who they say they are, which they're imposters, and everybody knows it by now. Hey, why do you think they keep getting kicked out of countries? They're boycotted across the nations. They don't want, they've known to go in the restaurants and skip out on the bill. All right. As a matter of fact, they are the biggest welfare state on the planet. All right, which they're called Jeuuus, but really they're Amalekites. They're the head tribe of the Edomites. All right. Okay, they are the head tribe, and it's very clear to see what's going on with the likes of what is that, APAC? How Babylon, aka America, is basically under the thumb of a foreign government. They're the lobbyists, the bank, they own all the banks. This is why the scripture said the beast shall hate the whore. I'm going to go ahead and read this right quick. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I will answer when I am reproved. And that's what this epistle is all about, is standing upon the watch and watch to see what's going to happen. Hey, remember the scripture said in book of Sirach 39 and verse 1 that you stay occupied in prophecies. Okay, I think I'm going to play this clip because what he's going into is in Florida, they are forcing people to buy junk bonds, all right, from Israel, man. Unstable junk bonds. They are forcing them. They're putting it into law. They frame mischief by law. That's what they do. They're forcing people to buy it up. And why? Why? Just to bail their asses out again, just like the bank bailout and all the rest of that. That was nothing more than welfare to the top 1%, which in fact are them 1948ers. Okay? And the Lord Yahweh, verse 2, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Verse 4 reads, let's go. Let's go ahead. But behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by what? By faith. They don't have faith. And their God is money, oil, and drugs. And they'll tell you right to your face with the finance and, even trickle all the way down to the Christianity and that prosperity doctrine. Yeah. See?
War shock drags Israel's economy into sharp second quarter slump. GDP shrunk 3.5% in the second quarter, with private consumption down 4% and fixed investment plunging 12.3%. Economists eye possible rate cut in September. So their economy's going down. But here's what's keeping it afloat. As we just said, the United States guarantee. But worse than that, here's the thing that's worse. So Israel's economy is completely tanking. As Matthew Ho said, did he say 40,000 businesses closed? Did I hear that right? That's what I think he said. And of course, we know there's a brain drain, people leaving Florida. This is from Gen X Girl. Florida is forcing local governments to buy unrated Israel bonds. Now, Israel, their bonds, credit agencies downgraded Israel's bonds. So Israel started issuing unrated bonds. Unrated bonds are high risk. So Florida local governments refused to buy unrated bonds. Florida state government passed a law banning local governments from refusing to purchase unrated Israel bonds. So basically, they're forcing them to purchase these bonds.
Sounds familiar.
It's always a positive when you have to make it illegal to refuse something. Am I right?
Well, let's go ahead.
Go ahead.
It rings true, or the similar, like with and actually interesting. That just came out as a story where the U.S. government came out and said, through tweets, that you wouldn't get aid in hurricanes or disasters if you didn't support Israel. They walked it back. Weirdly enough, they actually walked it back on the page, then put it back, then deleted the page, then lied about it. It was very obvious.
Yes.
But so that happened back in Hurricane Harvey as well. So it's the same kind of thing. This just speaks clearly to Israel's government is controlling policy in this country in a lot of ways. We can't deny that anymore.
So yes, 46,000 businesses closed since October 7th in Israel.
Wow.
And here's the bond scam. Recent Florida legislation, new legislation in Florida, according to the Florida House of Representatives, allows local governments to invest in Israel bonds without requiring a minimum bond rating. The legislation passed unanimously and was signed by the governor. So down here it says Israeli bonds prohibits local governments from requiring minimum bond ratings in certain circumstances. So so here we go over here. It says that unrated bonds generally present a greater risk of losses of principal and interest than higher rated securities. Investors need to be comfortable with this higher risk profile and conduct thorough research before investing in unrated Israel bonds or any other unrated bonds. So that's happening. So they're you want to see how much they've actually bought? Florida and overall, Florida government has bought $200 million in these bonds. Miami-Dade County has bought $76 million of these bonds. Broward County has bought $5 million. And Palm Beach County has bought $700 million.
Whoa.
Palm Beach. I wonder why that.
Whoa.
I wonder why Palm Beach. First of all, they're all loaded. And I'm going to guess a lot of Jewish people are there, right? A lot of Zionists are in Palm Beach. So there you go. Wow, we have a fun time when we go to West Palm Beach. That's where the regular people live. I do comedy in West Palm. We're not wealthy enough to go to Palm Beach. We have to go to West Palm Beach. My parents actually lived in West Palm Beach when they retired. So yeah,
I think
so they're forcing. So that's weird that the government is kind of forcing them to buy these bonds and prop up Israel. But again, the United States is backing all their bond sales. So
Yep, that prosperity doctrine and these 1948ers have all these courses. I said curses. they getting them. The curses are coming for them. But please excuse me. Call hello Yahweh should be shy. But they have all these courses on finance and this and that, blah blah blah. They're a protected class and they're all full of shit. But it's in the scriptures. Okay, verse 5. Also, because he transgresseth by a wine, right? He gives people these philosophies and don't go by none of this shit he puts out there. The laws, Constitution's been done away with. He laded himself with thick clay. We're going to read it. That's that national debt. Hey, as a matter of fact, when you're all right, Salakia, man, and getting them scammer phone calls and dudes from India talking about this a healthcare and they're full of shit. I got one to say, I told him my name was Phil McCracken. I got him to say it like 2 or 3 times. It was hilarious. Anyway, it was funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie about it. All right, but let's keep going. Let's keep reading. Yea, also he transgresseth by wine. He's a proud man, neither keeper at home, who enlarged his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto himself all nations, and heap unto himself all people. You know, that's that great whore that sitteth upon many waters. America is every damn where. Okay? All over the place. Babylon's all over the place. And it's clear to see who really is actually running, this place. It's Babylon. It's the 1948ers. They're all in government. They're all over the place. Whether it be so-called Democrat or Republican, they all go for, we got to support Israel. And nowhere in the scriptures that say Babylon's going to be in league with Israel. That's a cut right there within itself. Anyhow, verse 6. Verse 6. Here, that's what I wanted. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe, that means destruction, to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. You see that? To him what? That ladeth himself with thick clay. That is the debt. All right? That's the debt. And it's all passed on to who? Us. Really the Israelites, because this whole entire country was built on the backs of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, all the inventions, every damn thing. Rather Yahweh Shem Yahushua scattered us to the four corners of the earth. So I pulled this up. Real time. This is real time right here, right? And it says at the top, usdebtclock.org, organization. It should say .gov. Just saying. All right, let's see. State debt clocks. National debt. That's a big ass number. It was at 37. See, national. That's a big ass number. These are numbers I can't keep up with. I mean, these are some real damn numbers. They got a Doge clock. This is that thick clay he's laden himself with. The Doge clock. All right. And that's going up. Everything going up. You see savings. Oh, you see all these numbers. Everything's moving. But one thing, savings per taxpayer. You see, it says $5,436. It ain't moved at all. You see, debt per citizen. You hear this? Debt per citizen is $108,632. Debt per citizen. I can tell you, I haven't done anything to incur that debt. That's that thick clay, right? Let's see, debt per taxpayer, $329,000. You can't make this shit up. Let's go to the U.S. total debt. It's a big ass number right here. That's $105 trillion with a T. $105 trillion. And if you look, every what? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3. Every 4 seconds is $1 million. Every 4 seconds is $1 million. That's that thick clay. You see? And this ain't got to be long. I don't have to make this long. Matter of fact, I'm going to play that clip, fair use, in the beginning so you can see. All right? I think you said something about Israel is bleeding us dry. Well, it's always been that way. That's why Nero or DJ Trump or Trump, they change their names all the time. Miller Fakowski and all that shit. Anyhow, that's why he keeps saying that his policies and his big, beautiful bill and all that. He said, it's working. Look, it's working. It's only working for the 1%. He's a puppet any damn way. All right? A racist ass puppet at that. Just like any regular Edomite, Anyway, Deuteronomy 28 verse 44 reads, verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. This is the scriptures. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Now, I don't know about anybody else out there, but have you ever been able to lend to a Ish person or a Edomite or hell, any damn body? Nope. I'm talking about big money, in the trillions of dollars, gold and silver and people, right? I'm not talking about, Pookie and Ray Ray talking about, hey man, hey bigger man, let me hold 20. No. Hey, let me get a buck or a rack. No, I'm talking about house money, land money, hundreds of acres money. No. This is part of the curses. And that's another cut right there within itself. The scripture said, thou shalt be, well, hell, let's read it. Verse 45 reads, all right, 44 said, thou shalt be the tail. He's going to be the head. He's going to lend to you. Baruch 3 and verse 8. Let's go there first. Salakia, I didn't mean to do that. Baruch. Right. It says very plainly right here in Baruch 3 and verse 8 that we're subject to payments. Baruch 3 and verse 8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our father, which departed from the Lord Yahweh our power. See? All right? So when we go back, let's go back. Verse 45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and thou and shall pursue thee, and shall overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh our power, to keep his commandments and the statutes which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign. What is a sign? So you know who the hell these people are, what the Israelites are. It's all over us. And for a wonder, and upon thy seed, that's your babies, forever. Oh, it's 11:44. Call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Spirit's on me today. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I want to pull this up too, because this was under as DJ Trump says, Nero says, Obama, right? Yeah. The Emergency Economic Stimulation Act of 2008, also known as the Bank Bailout of 2008 or the Wall Street Bailout. Well, wait a minute. Don't they see they're going to default. And that's going to be a part of the MOTB system, man. The part of that system that they're going to want to, they're going to have to usher it in because it's prophecy. Okay? They're going to claim it again. The banks. I thought there was your entities and your institutions were too big to fail. But you know who don't get bailed out? You got it. Israelites. All the rest of these nations do. Shit. They be filing bankruptcy and all that thick clay just disappears. When it comes to us, nigga, you going to jail. Anyway, was the United States federal law enacted during the Great Recession. Oh, it's going to get worse. The scriptures talk about it as no food, insurrection, 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. Men destroying the neighbors' houses with swords in their hands. See? All right, which created federal programs to bail out failing financial institutions and banks. All right, the bill was, Salakia, proposed by Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson, passed by the 110th United States Congress, and was signed into law by President W. Bush. Okay, that's a while back. All right, it became law it became a part of public law, frame mischief by law. Let's get that and we'll close out, because these are some big ass numbers right here. Shit. For real. Yeah. Unrighteous decrees. Yeah, man. Psalms 94 and verse 20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame mischief by law. Okay? They just make it up as they go. To gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord Yahweh is my defense. See, that's what their problem is. That's why they losing sleep. And my power is the rock of my refuge. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'll leave it right there. I'll just make it real quick, sweet, to the point.